So, after the sport, you actually need something fantastic, and whether you're trying out a brand new bread recipe or an authentic tried and tested one from the oil-spilled, coffee-splashed, handwritten recipe book, the one must-have item for every kind of baker is the new CREUSET cast iron bread oven. This is the perfect addition for the enthusiastic baker to enhance an existing collection, and Hannah Lurie is here to tell us how this gorgeous bread oven will take home baking to the next level. I'm talking not the level here, it's going to go all the way there. Okay, très bien. Hello there.
Hi.
Hannah Lurie.
Thanks for having me.
It's great
Always
to have you.
Always a pleasure to be here.
So I am so intrigued. I've seen this doing the rounds, and I've seen this beautiful new invention from CREUSET, and I've just been wanting to try it and buy it and then try it and then try some more. So let's do something spectacular. And when I do think bread, sourdough is the first thing that comes to my mind.
I know, right? Because sourdough is life.
It is indeed.
Yeah. For me, sourdough is like the definition of a weekend. Like, then you know.
It's happening, yes.
Exactly.
And I mean, it just works with everything. If you have one sourdough for the weekend, the applications are endless, which is wonderful. So let's start it off, because I want to do this from scratch and see if we can get to a level where we can take one out of the oven.
Yes, so today, though, we're not going to be showing you how to make a starter dough.
Okay.
We have made one for yesterday previously, because the thing with the starter, and well, that's the thing.
Yes.
Let me start from the beginning.
Yeah.
The thing with the sourdough is that it's quite a long process.
Yes, it is.
And there's a reason that it's like almost like a luxury bread, like it's a real event, it's something delicious, and it's got to do with this guy. So this guy is called our starter.
Yeah.
And this is where your flavor comes from, and it's like a natural, like a raising agent, So this takes a bit of skill and a little bit of time and confidence, and practice makes perfect. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like. This guy actually just needs a bit of feeding now, but we won't go into that because that's for another show.
Yes, definitely. That's for the starter dough episode.
Yes, exactly.
But now we just want to get that dough.
Exactly.
All right, so start us off, literally.
So today I'm going to show you my ultimate easy peasy foolproof bread recipe that you can make in this beautiful bread oven, which obviously makes everything like incredible and easy because of its dome-like structure, which gives us the steam and so on, which is what we need for any kind of, it kind of mimics like a professional baking oven.
I got you.
It takes out all the hard work for you, right?
Because I know that if you've got just a normal oven at home, you have to kind of put like the water in the oven and allow that to kind of vaporize and make sure that the moisture is retained within the recipe. And then with this, it's actually really trapped in, so it's doing its thing.
You see, you've done your homework. I'm impressed.
I have to. I knew I was going to work with Hannah Lurie today. Come on now. I'm going to do my homework. But this is the great thing about this. So take us through some of those ingredients. And while you are putting those dry ingredients together, I want to tell you a bit more about the CREUSET range, because it's absolutely gorgeous. In fact, it's crafted from CREUSET's legendary cast iron for superior heat and distribution. The purpose-built shape is actually designed to produce bakery quality results, as Hannah was mentioning. Now, whether you are preferring a bit of a sweet thing, maybe a savory loaf, the possibilities are actually endless. And speaking of which, as we celebrate World Bee Day today, that's all the buzz, by the way, you can even make a delicious artisanal honey bread loaf in the stunning bread oven. Now, what's more is that this legendary bread oven is compatible with all cooking tops. Yes, and is oven safe to up to 260 degrees Celsius. So it's available in 3 iconic CREUSET colors. We've got cerise, flame, and matte black, a personal favorite of mine. The raised ridges also have the loaf with the hallmark 3 rings of CREUSET, which means it kind of gets its marking while it's cooking, which is great. So let's get into it, because there's so many features to this sourdough.
Okay, yes.
All right.
Well, yes. This white bread loaf, yes. Foolproof. We're going to start with the basics, right? It's always good to start with the basics. Get your confidence up.
Bit of a jig as well.
Exactly.
Bit of a move.
Exactly. I love, I'm a hands-on person, right? So we're going to start with our yeast first and foremost, which is kind of going to be used to obviously give our bread its rise. So we're going to use tepid water. So the thing with tepid water is everyone's like, what is that? It's basically just lukewarm water. You want to make sure that it's not too hot, and because if it is too hot, then you're going to kill the rise of your yeast, right? And if it's too cold, then nothing's going to happen. So it's kind of like the Goldilocks situation. It's got to be just right.
Indeed. So once that does its thing, so just forgive me this morning, because obviously I wish we could process this, in its steps, because it takes some time. But we're going to do some fast forwards over here just to make sure the magic of TV happens. So top tips: tepid water for your yeast. Okay, that's going to go in over there with regard to your flour, or do you have some other ingredients over there?
So we've got our flour, then we've got a little bit of sugar, or you could use honey. This kind of just also gives it like a little cheats tip for that golden crust. Like, not that you need extra help with this guy, but it's just like a little bit of a fast track to golden crust. And then we're going to put in, so ideally we would give this a little bit more time, but we don't have that now. So like say maybe 5 minutes, and then let's like pretend.
That's what I'm saying. We are fast forwarding, which is always great.
Pretend.
So when I say fast forward, once you add all of those ingredients, it also has to proof. So how long would you proof the dough for?
So you would proof the dough, basically I go by a rule of thumb of, because obviously it's very temperature dependent. So it's basically if it doubles in its volume in your bowl, right?
It's perfect and ready to go.
So ideally you'd either want to like oil your bowl so that it has a chance to come up and it doesn't stick to the sides, or so basically in a warm place with a nice tea towel over it, let it double in size, something like this. This would be our first proof.
Great.
And then we'd be going on to the
that
magic.
Baby there, which is the magic, of course.
The magic. So,
and then once that happens over there, you're going to put it into the oven for how long would you put it in for? And then, of course...
It's obviously very time dependent on whatever bread you're making, but like you'd start off, so this, like you said, it goes up to can take 260 degrees.
Yes.
So we'll preheat our oven to 260, then we'll turn the oven down to about 200. So basically, we're getting that like heat, which is what every bread needs for that instant smack of like, you know, height and deliciousness. And then we'll turn it down to 200. It's probably like with something like this, you'll have 20 minutes with the lid on. So the lid, like you said, creates steam, which gives us that rise and that oven spring.
Which is what we need, exactly.
Yes, and so that's like the professional bakers.
And then we're going to have to brown it like this, because the thing is, I've actually given it a shot.
I know,
the magic of TV is here, and if you look at what I have here for you, is that this is the magic that we have created a bit earlier.
Hey. See, I don't even really need to be here.
And look at this. That's what we got. So, you know, Hannah, you know how to get the dough, which is fantastic. Also, I love these CREUSET gloves.
Yes, they're amazing.
But, you know, if you actually want to go get your hands on this cast iron bread oven, visit CREUSET boutique store near you, or shop online at lacreuset.co.za. You can also follow CREUSET SA on social media. That's for more ideas and inspiration. Hannah, you've been amazing. I would say go and get that dough. Come on.